The quarterback room in Cleveland just got a whole lot more interesting. A silent gesture inside the locker room has sparked a wave of reactions, dividing fans, drawing national attention, and raising real questions about leadership, readiness, and what it truly means to earn your place in the NFL. What looked like a simple depth chart update has quickly become something much bigger, possibly even a defining moment in the team's season. But first, don't forget to click the like button and stay with me until the end to find out all the details about the Browns. The Cleveland Browns made headlines Wednesday morning with a dramatic quarterback shakeup, officially benching veteran Joe Flacco and naming rookie Dillon Gabriel the new starter ahead of Sunday's international clash against the Minnesota Vikings in London. But as the quarterback carousel turned in Berea, the biggest stir didn't come from the decision itself. It came from Shedeur Sanders, and not for anything he said. Quite literally, while many anticipated that Sanders, the Browns' QB3 since the start of the season, might respond with frustration or at least a quote-worthy soundbite, what they got was far more perplexing. Reporters gathered in the locker room hoping to get his thoughts on remaining behind both Gabriel and Flacco on the depth chart. Instead, Shedeur pulled a page out of his father Deion Sanders' media playbook, but turned the volume all the way down. He smiled, moved his lips as if responding to questions, but didn't utter a single word. It was a mime show. A silent protest? A humorous jab? Maybe a combination of both. The move divided fans and media alike. Some saw it as clever and Deion-esque, a media-savvy moment of levity from a rookie under the spotlight. Others, like ESPN's Rex Ryan, weren't so amused. Just days before, Sanders had stirred controversy during a radio interview where he confidently claimed he could outperform some of the current starting quarterbacks in the league. "If you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I'm capable of playing better than that," he said, adding, "A lot of teams would be playing me, but that's not in God's plan right now." The comments didn't sit well with Ryan, who publicly blasted the rookie for running his mouth and not earning the right to speak with such bravado. "You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now," Ryan said, emphasizing that talent alone doesn't cut it in the NFL without humility and preparation. That kind of criticism might explain why Shedeur opted to go mute. Maybe it was a calculated statement, choosing not to fuel the fire. Maybe it was an attempt to mock the outrage. Either way, it backfired with a large chunk of the fan base. The perception of immaturity overshadowed the playfulness for many, especially with the Browns sitting at a disappointing 1-3 on the season. Let's be clear, this wasn't a competition he lost. Gabriel had been ahead of Shedeur from the moment both arrived in Cleveland, Gabriel as a third-rounder out of Oregon and Sanders as a fifth-round pick from Colorado. But the spotlight has rarely drifted from Sanders, whose college career under his father at Jackson State in Colorado earned him a reputation for toughness, accuracy, and leadership. His fall to the fifth round confused many draft analysts, with speculation that his slide had more to do with perception than performance. Statistically, Sanders was no slouch. He completed 70% of his passes in college and helped elevate both programs he led. Winning 9 games at Colorado in the 21st century is nothing short of historic. But the narrative now centers less on his on-field accomplishments and more on whether he's mature enough for the NFL stage. Even former Browns legend Hanford Dixon weighed in, arguing that Sanders, not Flacco, should be the team's backup quarterback behind Gabriel. On the Top Dawgs show via Big Play Sports Network, Dixon questioned the logic of keeping the 40-year-old Flacco second on the depth chart. "If Dillon is not doing it, he's not cutting it, not getting it done. You gotta see what Shedeur can do," he said. Dixon's opinion echoes a growing sentiment among fans who believe the Browns are wasting valuable developmental snaps by keeping Shedeur buried on the bench. And it's a fair question. The Browns have seen what Flacco brings to the table. Despite his veteran presence, he's shown little spark this season, and his 1-3 record as a starter prompted this very change. If the team is already shifting focus to rookie talent, why not go all in and see what they have in both Gabriel and Sanders? Why cling to the past when the present is clearly in flux? That said, it's easy to understand the hesitation from the coaching staff. Gabriel is the safer choice right now. He's had a full training camp as the number 2, has impressed with his decision-making, and now gets a real shot to steer the team back on course. Throwing Shedeur into that mix too soon could disrupt the evaluation process. But keeping him silenced, on the field and now off it, raises questions about the team's long-term vision. So here we are. A Browns team desperate for stability, already making midseason quarterback changes, and now facing national scrutiny, not just for its performance, but for the antics of a third-string rookie. Will Shedeur's silence speak louder than words in the long run? Or has he done more harm than good with this moment of performative protest? What do you think, Browns fans? Should Shedeur Sanders be given a bigger role, or has he already made his situation harder with how he's handled things? Let's not forget, Shedeur Sanders isn't just another late-round flyer. This is a quarterback who was once considered a potential first-rounder heading into the 2025 NFL Draft. What changed? According to many analysts, it wasn't the tape, it was the persona. While his play at Colorado under Coach Prime was often electric, some scouts reportedly expressed concern over how Shedeur handled media attention and whether he could adapt to the structure and grind of an NFL locker room without the protection and spotlight of his father. Now in Cleveland, those concerns are coming to life. It's not about talent, it's about maturity, messaging, and timing. When Shedeur told a local radio station he believed he was better than some starters in the league, he may have simply been expressing confidence. But in the NFL, where rookies are expected to speak humbly and earn their stripes, that kind of talk doesn't sit well, especially when it's not backed by starts or snaps. Still, let's be honest, this Browns team isn't contending right now. Sitting at 1-3 with inconsistency on both sides of the ball, this season already feels like a turning point. Kevin Stefanski is coaching with pressure mounting, and every quarterback decision now carries long-term implications. If Dillon Gabriel falters, and Flacco looks like the past more than the present, wouldn't it make sense to see what Shedeur can do? At some point, you have to stop speculating about talent and see it in action. There's also the question of team dynamics. How do veteran players respond to a rookie acting out, even if it's in jest? That silent press moment might have felt clever to Shedeur, but inside that locker room, where respect is earned play by play and week by week, it could easily be perceived as distraction or ego. That's dangerous territory when you're the third quarterback and not contributing on Sundays. On the flip side, this could all be a learning moment. Shedeur is young. He's adjusting. Maybe this becomes the wake-up call that channels his energy into refining his craft and becoming more media-savvy in a constructive way. Because no matter how many highlight reels he produced at Colorado, the NFL has a way of humbling everyone quickly. Fans want to root for Shedeur. The upside is undeniable. But potential means nothing without production. And right now, Browns Nation is divided. Is he being unfairly judged because of who his father is and the spotlight that comes with that? Or is this exactly the kind of behavior that's kept him off the field in the first place? You tell me, has Shedeur Sanders earned a real shot at QB2, or is his approach hurting more than helping his NFL future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Browns!